What's up? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Different location today. Hope everybody's doing good. Hopefully it's not too windy. Maybe I could use a shell to block the wind. Let's see if this shell will block it. Hopefully that's all right. How many seagulls are out here? What are they having, an AA meeting? Jesus, seagulls. If it stays too windy. Bandito, Linkin Park, what now? Oh man. It's weird. I was just talking about Linkin Park on my interview yesterday. But they picked a new singer. They're gonna go back out. Oh, look at those birds. Those are cool ones. Where are they? The little ones. Bandito, can you hear me or is it too windy? Do I gotta go back in the car? I don't know if it's too windy. Oh, watch out for the potholes. Even the beaches here have potholes. Alright, cool. So we're gonna talk about Linkin Park. They picked a new singer. Also, I want to give a shout out to all the GM workers that voted to unionize or signed cards. I put the link down in the description. They are getting a 35% raise. You want to make more money, folks? Join a union. Start a union. 35%. From what the article says, they were at $20 an hour. They're going to jump up to $27.72 an hour, and then over the next 3 years go up to 30 something an hour, which is just incredible. I mean, it's not enough, but it's incredible. Imagine tomorrow you went into work and they said, hey, your union had negotiated a 35% raise. You're going to be making $7 more, depending on what you make. Collective bargaining for the win. That's right. So I'm really excited. I wanted to start this by saying, congrats to all the GM workers that are getting a big pay bump. Especially the people that need it the most are always the ones making the least. So for them to jump up 35% to go from 20 to 27, I mean, hopefully it helps. It's not going to fix everything, but it will help. I'm really, really excited for those workers. So excited. Plus, with the bargaining, collective bargaining that Bandito spoke of, I guess they get better protections against getting fired. They get better healthcare options, and what else? Something else. There's a bunch of stuff that comes along with joining a union. I'll tell you what, this beach smells very beachy today. I don't know if it's because it's been so overcast and it looked like it was going to be a storm, but this has definitely got that beach smell. Reminds me of my childhood. You can smell when you're going down to the Cape, man, you could smell when you got close. You could smell that Cape. Oh yes. I always wonder, like, whose house is that? Some of these houses. Damn, it's windy. So yeah, I want to give a shout out to the collective bargaining. Linkin Park picked a new singer, Emily something. Oh man, Emily Armstrong. And the allegations, everything said in this video is allegedly. I'm just reporting on the news. Links in the description. Links down below. I'm just reporting it. That's all I do. And giving some commentary. Let's be honest. I'll give some commentary, some opinions, some sarcasm, a lot of satire. Heavy on the satire. But this girl is allegedly tied to the Church of Scientology. I'm not well versed in Scientology. I know just enough to stay the fuck away. One thing that really bothers me about the Church of Scientology is how everybody that's come out of it basically says you have to invest a ton of money to move up the ranks. Phaeton level 4 or whatever the volcano levels are, to figure out that everybody, was derived from an alien that planted its seed and eggs in a volcano. Like, to learn that. I used to love nu metal, yeah. Well, that's what I was talking about. I had an interview yesterday and we were talking, I said, the guy was telling me that somebody was making fun of Linkin Park, and I said, out of all the nu metal bands, Linkin Park is the one you really can't make fun of. I mean, look at Limp Bizkit. lambaste them. Fred Durst is just a hack. You know, there's a lot of new metal bands. Most probably I forgot. But Linkin Park, like, isn't the one you can kind of go after. Until now, allegedly. God damn, this wind. I don't know what you think about that, Bandito, but Linkin Park, I think, is just one of the ones, like, they did, you know, the Transformers soundtrack. They did that that spin-off band. What was the spin-off band? Where'd you go? Something, something. You didn't tell me. Where did you go? I forget. You know what? We left it. We were at like a standstill because my wife and I share a car, and she's starting a new job. So I got to talk to her about what her new schedule is, because the schedule they want is some weird overnight stuff. So I'm going to try to make it work. I got to get back to them. I don't think they were offering the job. They wanted to know if I was a contender, because obviously I got 20. Look at all the shelves right here. Because I got like 20 years experience of radio. So, you know, if I talk to anybody in radio, I know what I'm doing. You only got to train me on a little bit, you know. There's a lot that I can roll with in radio, and producing a top 10 market radio show here in Boston. You know how to handle stuff under pressure. I could be in the firing line for quite a while. I know how to hire a good team. I know how to delegate, manage, and I do it with compassion. That's the thing. I'm not a dick when I'm in charge. In fact, I hate being in charge. The other day at Starbucks, one of the managers had to leave. They were like, I'm leaving you in charge. I said, first of all, they don't pay me that much to be in charge. But second of all, I'm not going to be in charge. I do not want that responsibility. If you want to pay me, well, actually, that's not true. They've offered me a manager position. I said, nah, you don't pay the managers enough. I see the stress they go through. Paying them $23 an hour to basically be the big boss, running the store, running everything, ain't worth it, man. I seen these people, my manager, the new guy that is paid more than $23 an hour, but he said, this is my 10th day in a row. And I said, whoo, doggy, they don't pay you enough for that. 10 days in a row. Imagine working 10 days in a row because they can't hire any people because they don't pay people enough. I said, oh, no, you don't. Because they offered it to me. They tried to offer me to become a manager many times. I said, as soon as you start paying your managers a healthy 6 figures a year, you'll see me take the job. Till then, no way. Because you got to be on call 24/7. Somebody calls out, guess who's going in? You are. They don't pay you for that. There's no extras. Terry, what's up? Oh, what's up, Kevin? Sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm chatting and walking. I didn't put on sunscreen, so I'm gonna get tan. We're out in Lynn, the beach. I think that's Swampscott. I'm in Lynn, and out there is, see that peninsula? That peninsula is Nahant. But what is good? Good to see you, Terry. Terry's going live Saturday night. Try to pop in if I can. Alright, so enough talking about me. I hope I get this job because it sounds cool. The guy was mad cool. Me and him were talking about Linkin Park, and he had mentioned the new singer. I didn't know who it was. Now that I know, I have issues. And I'm glad I didn't know this, because this is the stuff where I can't bite my tongue on an interview, and my wife tells me, sometimes you just gotta shut up. Sometimes just shut up. But I can't. And if I knew that Emily Armstrong was the lead singer that Linkin Park just picked, I would have said she's rubbish. If this girl is truly connected to Scientology, bunch of links down below. Everything I say is alleged, because it's hard to prove when somebody's in Scientology, because they keep that shit under wraps. It's weird, because, like, you know... So let me just say my issue with Scientology, because I was saying this before. If you charge people, if you have to unlock, if there's a paywall to figure out, like, the secret to your religion, you're not a religion, okay? That's just what the earth agreed on. Jesus, whoever else that has religions, They weren't like, listen, I want to tell you disciples what's up, but first I'm going to need everybody to chip in for about $5. Daddy needs a new donkey. That shit ain't happening, okay? So that's my biggest issue with Scientology. They're charging people to figure out the secret that you can probably read in a Dianetics book, that they're all lava aliens. And then they harass the shit out of people. I wouldn't be surprised if we got some. Cult plus time equals religion. There we go. It's not Linkin Park without Chester, 100%. But if we all know that 7 years ago, Chester took his life, right? Very sadly. Horrible. Obviously, mental health is a real thing. I mean, look at that. Chris Cornell, Chester Bennington, whether or not you want to believe about Kurt Cobain, these people had life in the palm of their hand. If they ever called to say, I need some mental help, they could get into a facility in the blink of an eye, and money isn't an issue for them. So obviously there was more going on, right? Chester doesn't check out of the planet and leave kids if there isn't something real going on. And the thing with Scientology, and that's why I'm fucking mad at Mike Shinoda, well, there's a few different things, but one of the bigger things is like Scientology doesn't believe in mental health, psychiatry, none of that. And from everything I've read, like including the Scientology.org website, corg.org, whatever, they say like, we don't believe in mental health or psychiatry because they've mistreated their patients. And I said, if that's the precedent, you guys are fucking bananas. Because doctors, everyone who has a patient, or client, customer, whatever, is going to be mistreated at some point. There's, like they like to say about the cops, there's bad apples everywhere. Sometimes it's just rotten trees. But that doesn't mean that the things aren't real, the science developed isn't true. And it's really a bummer, because how do you go from somebody who had taken their life, obviously some mental health issues going on, to picking a girl who allegedly is in an organization that doesn't believe in mental health? And you can go deeper down this rabbit hole. I'm not here to explain Scientology, just telling you from what I know. There's a great David Miscavige, his niece has a YouTube channel, and she's also on this other dude's YouTube channel. You got to look it up because I forget the name. I watch them all the time because they go into what it was like growing up in Scientology, what it was like leaving, what Scientologists believe in. They go into the levels of paying. They go into the, what is it called when they put their hands on the metal things? The clearing people, I forget what it's called. But they go into all that, okay? So I'm not going to break that stuff down. I'm just going to talk about, it's a weird choice for Linkin Park to go from Chester Bennington to Emily Armstrong, who, if she's part of Scientology, you know, who knows? She might have a mental breakdown, because from what I've heard, the way they dismiss mental health issues, or they think you just need to get clear and go to auditing, go to another auditing session, and that will make everything better. Like, a lot of these people are on the verge. And then when you compound it with how much money they have to give, that they're working to just pay the church. I mean, that's such a, I mean, God, if you don't understand that if you have to, like Joel Osteen, okay, he blocked me on Twitter. I hate him. And he only blocked me for tweeting quotes of Jesus at him. I wasn't being mean. I was just saying, this is what Jesus says, man. But Joel Osteen, same issue I have, right? And tell me if the wind is making me not being able to hear. Hopefully not. But Joel Osteen, if you're saying, you know, this is prosperity gospel and you got to plant the seed and that seed equals money and you got to send that money to me and I plant the seed for you, and while I fly around in private jets, $1 million mansions, close my church to people in need during hurricanes and floods, I have a Ferrari, Lamborghini and all that. That's not how Jesus lives, what he said, nothing. He preached nothing about that, again, at any point. And you can read the Bible. I read it every single day. I study this, because if I ever run into these folks when they try to do their dance of quoting Bible scriptures at you or why they're in the right, you need to know this stuff. You need to know what Jesus said so you can throw it back in their face and go, fuck you. Jesus never sat his disciples down and said, listen guys, this prosperity gospel thing I'm starting to throw out is really about how much money you can collect and give to me. In fact, Jesus said the opposite. Go look up the story about Jesus telling them, sell all your possessions, sell everything, and give the money to the poor. That's what Jesus said. That's what the day I will change my mind on Joel Osteen is the day he sells all of his possessions and gives it to the poor. Because then I'll go, that's a man after Jesus' heart. subbed? Yeah, I'm subbed to Terry's channel. Terry, what's up with that guy, 98 years old or not 89 years old, still chopping wood, delivering wood? You know, I see that stuff and I get so upset because I see people that are in their 80s, 90s still working, and I think, what kind of fucking country is this? Now, he might be doing it for a passion project. Maybe he lives in the woods and chopping it up. You know, I never know anybody's story, so I don't judge. But if he's doing it to survive, goddamn, it makes me want to start a revolution or something, you know? I hate seeing older folks. I think when you're in your golden years, you should be just looking at these kind of views and hanging out with grandkids, you know? Drugs and fame. Listen, Terry, drugs and fame can absolutely give you mental health issues, you know? And drugs, certainly. I'm gonna walk backwards because that wind is so... The sun's coming out too. It was so cloudy when I got here. Now the sun's out, of course. Go away! That's why I brought the sunglasses down. I need new sunglasses. Tell me if the wind starts getting too bad, because now I gotta walk the other way, back towards the seagulls. I'm trying to block it. So I don't know what you guys think about this, but the other huge aspect of this story with Linkin Park's new singer is one of the co-founders, I forget his name, Cedric something. Damn, that wind. One of the co-founders of the Mars Volta, another band I didn't listen to, I don't know. Cedric, his wife was one of the victims from Danny Masterson, okay? Now, if you don't know Danny Masterson's story, Scientology helped, they really helped keep him out of prison, I would like to think. But bigger than that, you know, the power secrecy that Scientology gave Danny Masterson, because he was a celebrity and he could, you know, Scientology treats celebrities different. So just look at Tom Cruise, you know. There's alleged people cleaning the boats with toothbrushes, and Tom Cruise is at the top of that pyramid scheme. But Danny Masterson in prison for S-A-R-A-P-E. He's in prison, and this Mars Volta co-founder, Cedric, allegedly, his wife was one of the victims. Again, links down below. That 70s Predator. Yeah, exactly. That 70s Predator. And this Cedric dude was calling out Linkin Park, article down below, saying, how dare you guys pick Emily, who was there, you know, who knew about Danny Masterson's abuses against my wife, that she is, you know, a member, belonger, affiliate, supporter, defender of the church that, you know, bullied the victims, that were harassing them, all this gnarly stuff. Again, link down below. And calling them out. And it's funny because if you read all these news articles about Emily Armstrong joining Linkin Park, they're all sitting on a couch together, happy, smiling. And I'm like, damn, the dark secrets behind this. And I even linked an article down below from the Irish Star or something about, which details more of the story about how Linkin Park and Mike Shinoda and all them cats picked Emily Armstrong, and that they just got along and they met through this person and that. I thought at no point, you know, if you're hanging out that much, do you get into any talk about Scientology? Especially Scientologists are supposed to be like luring other people in, especially if they have money. I wouldn't be surprised if we found out in a few months Linkin Park is a Scientology band writing songs about, you know, Thetans and how you got to stay away from OPs, oppressive peoples. Expect that. Allegedly. Expect it. But it's just crazy. I'm walking as fast as those old people up there and I'm going backwards. I'll race you. Now I gotta race these old people. God keeps looking down at me. He thinks some old man from Lynn's gonna beat me walking forwards. I don't think so, pal. Watch, I'm gonna fall. I told you, even here in Lord Xenu. Oh, just wait, that's gonna be the next album, Bandito. Lord Xenu. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go use one of the AI music generators to say Linkin Park styled song, new metal, late aughts, Transformers soundtrack vibe, titled Lord Xenu Scientology Lyrics. I'm gonna have fun this afternoon. Are those pigeons on the beach? What the fuck are pigeons doing here? Damn. Couple of pigeons. But I was saying, even, praise Lord Xenu, even in Massachusetts, fill these in. What are we paying our taxes for? Look at those two cute pigeons. It's a couple. It's just a couple. Look at them. That's a single. Look at them. It's a couple. It's like an old couple. They said, I'm going to bring you to the beach. We're going to get out of the city. We're going to leave downtown Lynn and come down to the beach. I love that. Those pigeons are adorable. There's a billion seagulls on this beach right now. A billion seagulls, and there's two pigeons right here. Look at them. Like an old married couple. God bless you too. I hope you find some oysters or whatever you came here for. They're eating rocks, I think. Dumb pigeons. Look at them. Oh, that warmed my heart. Out of a whole beach of seagulls, be a couple of pigeons. How about that? Put that on a bumper sticker. All right, so there's a brick. There's a brick in the sand. You gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. It's a freaking brick. You don't believe me. Okay, it's only a piece of brick. Whew. Man, it definitely smells beachy today. I like it. And the tide looks a little red. And there's a big sign when you walk down the stairs that says no swimming, so maybe that red tide is not healthy. Maybe that's what I'm smelling. All right. So yeah, the allegations against this new Linkin Park singer of not only ties to Scientology, but knowing about Danny Masterson. The Cedric guy wrote it on the Instagram announcement. Maybe I should get Instagram again. I guess it's since been deleted, but screenshots and obviously articles have been written. And, you know, what he had to say was not cool, if true. And the fact that Mike Shinoda would overlook that. The fact that she would have ties to Scientology, who does not care about psychiatry, mental health, or nothing. They just think you need another auditing session. Which some people really, like, mental health is real, man. I don't know how to explain this. I guess once you live through it, you understand it. But the fact that Linkin Park overlooked that, well, and we'll see, because in the end, nothing really matters. I don't mean to quote Linkin Park, or do I, pun intended. In the end, if this girl comes out and sings like a Scientologist would, start slipping in Lord Xenu. Dareen, what's up? Talking Linkin Park. This future live stream sounds promising. Yeah, if you didn't see, I started promoting. Dareen sent some photos of her neck of the woods. Here's my neck of the woods. I should show you the no swimming sign when you come down to the beach. And the tide, seriously, I don't think you can see it. I'm not going to get close because the tide's coming in. But it's red. It's all red. It smells funny. It smells very beachy. But yeah, if she starts slipping in lyrics like Lord Xenu and the eggs in the volcanoes, I tried so hard, but Lord Xenu knew. Just one more auditing session. See, if I was in radio right now, you know how many Linkin Park parody songs about Scientology I'd be doing? God damn. I need people to subscribe. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Watch my videos for a long time, because once I already hit the subscriber count. Once I get the hours watched, I can start making money. As soon as I start making money, I'm investing everything into this channel. Because I would love to spend my day writing Linkin Park lyrics and redoing. If I had a little bit of a studio set up, it doesn't even matter. Lord Xenu doesn't even matter. Dareen. Good to see you. Bandito, it's better than hypodermic needles on the Jersey Shore where I grew up. Oh man, the Jersey Shore. We used to go down there for summers, homie. Woohoo, doggy. Jersey Shore could be dangerous. Dangerous. But then again, you know, I've only been walking a little bit, not really looking down, so we don't know. We don't know. Bandito, love you. Rest in peace, Chester. Yeah. My heart goes out to the kids. Anthony Bourdain's kid daughter, Chester's kids, Soundgarden, Chris Cornell's kids. It bugs me. Francis Bean, Cobain. It bugs me, man. And really, when I get mad at the parents, the people who checked out of Earth, it's because, like, if you have all those facilities to access based on your name and fame and money, you got to utilize it. You have to. Because there's people out here that I personally know that try to access that stuff, and there's long wait lines, and they can't afford it, and there's not a bed open, or the doctor can't see him for 6 months. And when we're talking mental health, we're talking about, like, this is a now emergency. If there's one reason to believe in mental wellness, yeah, it's a now emergency, you know? So it just bugs me that these people check out, and you can't really blame the people around them, although I would think some of us do hold responsibility. If you're in the know, if they come to you, you need to, you know, reach out, do it for them, like, because they're not going to take the steps. You just got to go and do it for them, get them into a place. I did that many times with my youngest brother, and he would leave, and I would spend the last $1,000 I had, but it was always worth it to me if it worked. And I have no regrets on that. I have regrets on how I treated him. I was a bad older brother, but I was in my addiction, and I was an asshole. I still kind of am. And I would give anything to go find him right now. He's somewhere homeless out west. Been homeless for like a decade. But, you know, you can only work on the future. The now. So, it's artists. It's more than artists, homie. My dad did it. It's more than artists. You know, my friend did, my best friends. I've lost a lot of people to it. A lot of people. A lot. It's shocking. Shocking how many people. Like, when I talk about it to people, I think usually they don't believe a lot of what I say, because, like, how could one person survive all that shit? But, you know. Reach out, let them know you're here for them. Say it louder for the people in the back. Yep. And listen, let's face it, when you're in a mental health emergency or a crisis, or when you're dealing with that depression every day, you can't speak out. It's almost impossible to vocalize it, and not only do you maybe think you're weak, or you think, you know, I'm so weird, or I'm alone, or I'm not strong enough, or you think all these things, and it's your mind lying to you, because, you know, your mind needs some help, and that's all it is. So it's a really important topic. You know, it shaped so much of my life. More of my life than I'd like to admit. But, you know, it's why I have so much compassion and really want people to be able to afford to live. I hate that phrase. Afford to live is the dumbest fucking phrase ever. You know how much food this country throws away because it couldn't be sold for profit? People shouldn't have to worry about that. I'm really nervous about walking backwards in case there's any potholes. You guys let me know. It's hard to vocalize because you don't understand properly what's going on in your head. It's a constant fight. 100%. From when you wake up till you go to sleep, you're fighting. And I speak from experience on that. Lately, I've been doing this Neville Goddard technique stuff, watching Elmer O. Locker Jr. Talks about manifesting, the feelings, the secret, all this stuff. And it's really helped me get my mind in the right spot. That's why I'm down at the beach. Because I'm a millionaire. Oh yeah, look at that red. I don't know if you can see the coloring. I got my glasses on, so. But that beach, whew, reminded me to take my meds. Go take them, man. That's the thing, Scientology don't believe in meds, and sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need it, and that's okay. I hate the, you know, let's go into a couple other stories, because Linkin Park is huge, and I think this isn't the end of it, in the end of it, pun intended, Linkin Park song. But I want to go down to the seagulls. It starts getting too loud, tell me. Funny you mention it. There's a law that's been passed in France. If you throw away food that wasn't sold waste, the big heads of the industry got to pay a fine. Oh, see, this is why I can't wait to speak with you, Doreen. Holy schmoly. We have so much to learn here in America. We really do. That should be a fine. In fact, once I started working at my place, they would toss away so much food that put it in bags, I'll take it home. One day, allegedly one day, someone I know took a bunch of the cake pops and brought them to the Rite Aid and gave them to all the workers there. Allegedly. I don't know if it's true or not. I've heard that story. We're a bunch of suckers in the US, yup. Hold on, I want to walk over here. Look at how cool these seagulls look. I put a couple more articles down below. I forget what they were now. Oh, steroids in Hollywood. But we might have to talk about that at a different time because that's a huge topic. All these people that think The Rock is real, that he's really looking like Maui. Schwarzenegger and Stallone, you know, set that straight, what, 100 years ago? They were like, listen, we're doing steroids. We're all doing steroids. But there was this debate online about whether Hugh Jackman is natural or not. Because for the Wolverine Deadpool movie, he's jacked again. And they were comparing pictures of his first Wolverine movie. And they're like, how is he stronger now, being 55 or something? People are like, oh, steroids. And people don't want to believe it. But let's be honest. Chris Hemsworth, what are all those cats saying? Thor, anybody who does a superhero movie. We see you. We see you. Pentito, we suck too, no worries. Listen, it's all about the people using their power as a collective. The people organizing, getting together. That's how we force change. Remember, there's more of us than there are them. I think the tide might be going out, actually. It must have just changed because this tide looks like it's going out. I should do a paranormal video from in there when it's not high tide. Oh, look, all these little seagulls. I mean, for Hugh Jackman, I wouldn't be shocked if Daddy used to be a sports teacher. Listen, I don't doubt that some of these dudes are natural. I just think when the pressure's on and when you're talking about a big budget movie like Deadpool, you know, I don't think sometimes these people have a choice. I think Hollywood has already dictated. So whether or not, you know, I just think that's the conversation. And the worst part is that they play it up on kids, and a lot of these kids are vulnerable to that imaging. And these kids think, oh, I'm gonna get strong like Thor, don't realize it, try everything, and then some dude offers them something. Or, you know, they search it out. It's just not good. The other thing that was in the news, what I put down below, oh, JD Vance. Listen, again, you know it's the beginning of the school year when kids are getting pew-pewed up here in America. Horrific. But JD Vance said something that everyone's giving him a hard time about. Now, I'll give JD Vance a hard time about fucking couches and being a weirdo. But this is the one thing I won't give him a hard time about. I think there's a kite surfer way down there on the Hunt. Yeah, there definitely is. But he said, this is just the reality of America. It's a reality we have to deal with. And everybody's saying, oh my God, he's saying this is just how it is. And I'm like, are you a moron? Are you new to America? This is our reality. And at least we have one Republican, because most Republicans, like Brian Kemp, the Georgia governor or whatever, pretending like, oh, thoughts and prayers. It's like, bro, you made an advertisement, a political campaign ad where you were pointing a gun at a teenager. That's real. Look it up. He normalized guns and teens, the governor of Georgia. At least JD Vance is out here saying this is just how it is in America. Like, we ain't doing nothing about it. And I at least respect that. He's honest. He's being honest. This is like the one time Republicans are like, listen, we get paid a lot of money from the gun lobby. We are not changing anything. We'll pray for you, but shit, our kids don't go to those schools. You know, like, just say that. And then at least it's out in the open. I think these Republicans and the people want this facade of like, oh, we're going to attempt to change it. Listen, if they wanted to change gun laws, okay? If they want to change gun laws, they would in a heartbeat. You know how I know? Because in 1970 something, The Black Panthers marched on the state capitol in California with guns because they could open carry. They had shotguns. There are famous images of this. Go look up Huey Newton. Black Panthers went to the Capitol. They broke no laws. They went up, had guns, open carry laws. And do you know what? It was the first time the NRA, the gun lobby, backed gun control. And they changed the law for open carry in California overnight. It can happen that quick. And when they felt threatened by the Black Panthers, they did it. So if they want change in America, it can happen. Just learn your history. It can happen like that overnight if we want it. But they won't. So the fact that they're giving JD Vance a hard time about this, I'm like, the dude is the only one being honest. He's saying, like, deal with it, folks. You know, the gun lobbyists pay us so much money that we are not changing anything. Oh, if you got to start tapping into paranormal stuff, that's one more thing we got to talk about. Yes, I would love, remind me, Dara, we got to talk about paranormal stuff because I love paranormal. I have a bunch of videos and I want to do more. And it's almost October in Salem, so we got to get into that. Deep into MMA, talk about getting tested every week. And Natural's Kim K. Butt. Gun control laws, policy in America, it's fascinating. Yeah, it's fascinating, all right. It's if the gun lobby wants to pay politicians enough money, anyone and their mother can get a gun. So, and if you want to see it, like, let's just look at what's happening right now. They really want to ban books. They've done it. They've emptied out books, emptied out libraries. If they really wanted to do that with guns, they do it. They're not. So for anybody getting mad at JD Vance for saying this, you're an idiot. He's being honest. You know, he's not insensitive. He's saying this is the reality in America. And it is. Every school year, every beginning of the year. I mean, it's just what we deal with all the time. It's whether it's national news or not. But just look it up. It's happening all the time. So this is our reality. He said nothing wrong. He is a weirdo, though, and a couch fucker. Fuck that dude. The other thing is, I don't know if you saw the Nazi, what's his name? Nick Fuentes. I don't know if I can say that word. Nick Fuentes on YouTube. But that dude is having a panic. I seen the video, someone took a clip of his podcast. He is having a hard cope right now because Donald Trump, I don't know if you've seen the video of Donald Trump banned books. Yeah, they're banning books in America. But yeah, try to figure it out. It's all about the culture war when really there's only one war and it's a class war. But Nick Fuentes, who is a far right, just piece of crap racist, just a horrible misogynist, just one of the worst people, you know, very lonely, insecure boy. That's what it is. You know, I didn't have enough friends growing up. Figured if he hated the right people, the people who hate those people, friend of my friend, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, that kind of concept. He learned that at a young age. Hate the right people. People will like me because they hate them. It's not about likability or charisma or having a personality or being a decent human. It's all about who you hate, right? That's like a part of the American grift. If you can hate the right people, you'll get a support base. I believe love is a more powerful weapon. So did Jesus. Anyways, so Nick Fuentes, there's a clip of him flying around saying, so let me back up. The backstory is Donald Trump in an interview, watch this clip too. Yo, Solus, what's up? King Incel. Yeah, he's totally an incel. And it's not because women like Chads or whatever they think, the Giga Chads. It's because he's got no personality. Shit. He didn't learn basic social fundamentals, you know? That's all it is. When you're constantly insecure and need to, like, stomp your fist at everything, fucking people aren't gonna like you. Basic 101 humanity. Jesus, take a humanity class, folks. Actually, humanities is a cool class. Solus, just walk up. What's up, man? Good to see you. Everybody join the Discord too if you're new. We got a Discord, and Solus has absolutely made that place an awesome little Reddit thread channel area. I don't know what you qualify Discord as. Is that a crow? That is a crow. I heard a crow. Right up on that top building. You hear him? Right there. I love crows. Love crows. More crows at the beaches. More crows at the beaches. I should have brought my dog. Oh, I love that sound. I can fall asleep to that sound. Caw, caw. So Donald Trump, in an interview, Make Friends with Crows, I got a whole series on it, how to do it. And I did. They brought their baby to me. I love those crows. I got a family of crows near my house, too. I haven't started feeding them, though. But I got to. They'll bring you treasures and stuff. Be nice to crows. They'll remember for generations. They will. Look it up. Universities did studies on it. I'm going to stand right here because I love that crow. So Donald Trump admitted he lost the election in 2020 to Biden. He says it. There's a video. This should really be passed around. And Nick Fuentes is having a hard time coping. He went off today, or whenever, on his podcast, saying if that's true, if he knew, he's saying then the charges against Trump, because the charges are that he defrauded his base, because he knew that he did lose, so he made them believe, and Nick Fuentes is just going off saying, what was J6 for? What was this for? Why are people in jail? Why? And I'm like, oh man, poor guy. He's just learning now that Donald Trump's a liar. Oh, that's got to be hard. You're watching it in real time. I highly suggest you watch and share this video. Not only a Trump admitting he lost, says we lost by a whisker. We lost by a whisker. But just that there means not only did he know, and he's confirming it, but everybody that he sent to do his dirty work got duped. And Nick Fuentes is having a hard cope right now. You're seeing a boy tantrum if I've ever seen one. And the funny thing is they're ready to cannibalize their own group. He's saying then the charges against Trump should be upheld. He should go to jail. He's calling for all this stuff. Broken clocks, right twice a day. And you know what? It's fascinating. It's a study in humanity again. Because to see this kid's heartbroken because, you know, they were just all hoping that Donald Trump would continually deny it, live in the lie, make it reality, and Donald Trump just shattered that for him. And now he's saying, Donald Trump, the charges against you should be real, which is funny, you know, because this kid was an ardent supporter. He was very much for him, for the cause. You might know this kid because I think it was Kanye West who went on his show or podcast or something with the face mask totally on and said some gnarly stuff. But they're all scumbags. They profit off of hate and fear. Hate profiteers. That's all it is. You know? But they're like these. You know? They're just scavengers. Sea scavengers. That's all. They're like a bunch of seagulls. They'll take your chips and poop on you and then come back for more. That's it. Right, seagulls? Bunch of assholes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Where's my crow friend? Oh, he left. Love the crows. Yeah, Kanye Fuentes at dinner with Trump. Yeah. So I think that was the other news that I wanted to discuss, because I think rightfully so, whoever on Twitter said, you know, this video of Trump admitting that he knew he lost and he did lose should be shared. I mean, if somebody has a camera on the My Pillow guy, Mike Lindell, when he sees that clip, please film it, because I got to see this hard cope. Fuentes is salty all of a sudden. How the tails have turned. That's right. That's right. It's getting cloudy again. I love it. I want it to rain. Look at how cloudy it is getting now. Come on, Godzilla. Rise up. Destroy the financial districts. Whenever I come to the beach, I always pray that Godzilla is going to rise. One of these days. One of these days. Mark my words, folks. Come on, Godzilla. We need you now more than ever. I'll lead you to Wall Street. All right, I got to wrap this up in a minute. I got some mental health to take care of. I got some focusing on the ocean. Take a few minutes for yourself, too. You know, wherever you are. From France to Jersey to Massachusetts to Egypt to South Africa to New Zealand. Wherever you are. Take a couple minutes. Take a couple breaths. And just find something to be grateful for, you know. I got amazing kids, amazing wife. Oh, that's cool. The seagulls are dropping stuff to break it open. And the other one was on the ground. Oh, seagulls are scumbags. I'm convinced. One seagull just flew all the way up, dropped something, it broke open, there was another seagull on the ground, ran over and ate it. Oh, that's exactly the Trump movement. That's the whole Trump movement right there. It can be explained in two seagulls. One flew up, dropped a clam, it broke open, the other one on the ground ran right over, ate it, and the other seagull flew down like, what the fuck, man? I just found that. And they're like, yeah, sucker, whatever. Oh, the interview. Yeah, me and Bandito talked about it. Pray to Cthulhu. Oh yeah, Cthulhu, rise up, please. The honey badgers of birds. That's so funny. So the interview went great. Listen, the interview was at 1 o'clock, right? We ended up having, we both kind of had to like wrap up at 2:30. We talk shop all day long. Don't get me on the phone with somebody who does radio, because I could talk all day. But he really respected that. He understood, you know, my resume was stocked with radio experience, and he wanted to consider me. I noticed the language he used was consider, you know, not to give the job, but my issue is I share a car, and we have horrible mass transit in America, so it's not like I can rely on some kind of transportation system. Child care costs are way too expensive, so I share a car. So I said, I got to talk, my wife's starting a new job. I don't know exactly her schedule, but once I find it out, if I can make it work, I want to make it work. And then I'm going to get back to him today at some point. So hopefully it's in the works, you know, but I told him either way. I said, listen, if I just can't make it, then that's what sucks. You know how many times I've been through this job interview process, and because I don't have a car, I can't do it. I had to turn down a job that was paying $50 an hour. $50 an hour. I had the job. I trained everything. I just didn't. Oh, is that dog poop? If you come to the beach and you let your dog poop on the beach and don't clean it up, you should be neutered as a human. Okay? And I'll stand by that. We should be neutering these humans. Don't let your dog poop on the beach. Kids, come here. Jesus, people. Oh, I hate that. Clean up after your pets. If you can't clean up after your pet, don't get one. So yeah, this is like, you know, the same old story with me. It sucks, but I'm hoping something's different this time, because turning down a job for $50 an hour was horrible. But, you know, I didn't let him know. My brother actually lent me money to rent a car to go do training. And then I had to write him back saying, like, man, listen, I thought it'd be different. I would really want this job, but I just don't have transportation. And he never wrote me back. I think he was pissed. But what do you expect? When people aren't paid enough, I can't afford a car right now. So I'm hoping, you know, hopefully this doesn't turn out. But the cool thing was I said, save my info. And he said, no, you're obviously qualified. If I can find something else to work with your schedule and etc., I will definitely keep you in mind. But just seeing people popping everywhere that are walking their pets. Holy shit, that'd be funny. Woo! Oh, it's getting nice out now. The sun is gone, the wind's picking up. Look at those dark clouds. It's my kind of weather. Oh yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. And don't forget, Tuesday, me and Doreen, we're gonna be connecting in France to Massachusetts. We gotta talk about, I asked her, I was like, do they celebrate Halloween there? So I want to find out about that, but I also think we dive into the paranormal, because I know in the UK they really respect like ghosts and the paranormal. My buddy's done some documentaries out in Scotland and the UK and Britain. So I want to talk, we got to talk about that, like how the paranormal is looked at culturally, societally, haunted legends, lore. Maybe we'll start with that to welcome in the fall season. Then we got to talk about food, the architecture, the history, everything. I have so many questions. The work-life culture. It's so funny when I bring up, like, yeah, they're banning books here, but not guns. The reaction, you know, and it's good for us to communicate across the world to understand how others live. Because just like when this country was started, they were sending Benjamin Franklin over to France to not only get funding, but to kind of see, to rip off what they were doing for democracy. That's we're a mishmash of all different kinds of democratic republic institutions. So I think it is essential for us as humans to learn about what each other's standard of living is, and then we can all elevate each other's. So please tune in for that. That's going to be Tuesday. That's also why I say hit the subscribe and notification bell. Some dude's about to go fishing. I don't know what you're going to catch out here. He's going to have to fight the seagulls for it. So hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate it. I love everybody that's joined the family. It means the world to me. Keep an eye out for Linkin Park's new music with that Scientologist singer, allegedly. Look out for their new album titled Lord Zeno and the Alien Volcano. I'm not kidding. I'm probably going to go try to make a AI song, Linkin Park style, Scientology lyrics later today. If I do, maybe I'll post it on my YouTube. Stay safe. Take a few minutes for yourself today to just be grateful. Grateful for whatever you got, whether it's small or big. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, can't wait to talk about everything. Have fair share of weird paranormal stuff going on. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear it. That's right, Bandito. All praise Lord Zenu. Peace, guys. I'm going to give you one more view of the beauty. The dark clouds rolling in. I love it. Nah. Solus, good to see you. Is today Friday? I think today's Friday. So, I don't know. I might be on this weekend. It all depends. This is a kid's first weekend off of school after the first week of school. So, I might be just chilling with them. But here's your moment of serenity. All right, guys. Peace.